What's up, YouTube? Midwest Tour Review here again. Got my very first. I'm gonna back this off a bit. Got my very first mail delivery from someone in the tool community that I've been talking to here lately. Just kind of getting some support and feedback as to how I can improve my channel. And that particular person has been the one and only JYoung. So talking with JYoung last week, he knew that I was surprised that he knew who I was, for one. But nonetheless, yeah, he was giving me some feedback, positive feedback on the channel. And overall, it was a very, very good conversation. I've been watching JYoung for, I don't know, a year or so now, I think it's been. So it was really cool to have someone of his status, A, know who I was, B, have a candid conversation with. And he pointed out too, he says, hey, I'm just a normal guy. So I guess I shouldn't expect for him not to be that way. But, today people are people, right? So it's always refreshing when you meet people who are truly down to earth. And JYoung, he is one of those people, especially having never met him before, having comments and stuff like that on his live streams, but never, kind of like a one-on-one or, some real one-on-one type, feedback. So that was really cool. But nonetheless, he sent me something here. I know what it is. We were discussing some things that I liked, different types of tools and things that I had a lot of interest in, and on his channel. So yeah, and he said, hey, I'm going to send you something. And he's packaged that up here. He also sent me a note, which I'm going to take that out and I'll read that off camera. But yeah, so let's crack this bad boy open. Ooh, wow. Let's crack this bad boy open and see what the contents are. Let's see here. So yeah, let's check it out. Let's see what Mr. Young sent me, which I watched him package this on his channel doing a live stream. And I tell you what, the guy is very meticulous about how he packages things up. He did a great job. We were teasing him, saying that his if the YouTube thing doesn't work out, he could always get a job doing packaging during the holidays. So he did really good. I mean, as you guys can see, I mean, he spared no expense on the tape. That's for sure. That's cool too. I wish I had that. Okay, let's check this out. And I'm gonna try to cut this without cutting myself. Let's see here. There we go. In case anyone's wondering, the part number for this wall mount bottle opener is SSX17P114. That is not what's in the box. But just in case you saw that and you've never seen that before. Man, that's some packaging. All right. So what we got here, and I'll kind of give you guys, like I said, I knew what he was sending me because obviously I was watching the live stream, but there's some things in here that the tool brand specifically has some ties to JYoung and his business, and then it kind of ties into why he sent them to me. So what we got here, if you guys can see that, this is an SK ratchet. SK ratchet is 3/8 drive. Excellent. I mean, absolutely excellent condition. Perfect, actually. And with that, he also sent me 13/16 6-point socket. That's used along with a mid-length 3/8 SK. He sent me a socket, or what do you call it? Spark plug socket, SK Wayne, This one here, I cannot read it. Looks like 5/8. Looks like 5/8. And then a stubby, and as you can see there, there's a crack, and we'll talk about that too, so we know how that works out. This is an 18 mil. I don't think I have any metric SK, and then another 3/8 mid-length SK. Oh, and then we have an SK screwdriver, or Phillips screwdriver, part number 182003, and another one here, 182003. So the same one, and both of them are Phillips heads. So as I understand it, JYoung in the past used to sell SK products. He was a dealer for SK out of his shop, and so what eventually happened, SK is well known to a lot of farmers and in that industrial style community, because these are really well made tools, right? And they're more for the industrial use. So JYoung carried the SK brand in his shop. He sold them there, and with that, their warranty process has always been fairly good. And people would come into his shop and they would say, oh man, I've been looking for an SK dealer for the last 10, 15, 20 years. And they saw that he was a distributor. So, well, if I got 5 different tools at home that are broken, I'll bring them to JYoung, let him do the warranty, and I'll get a new tool. So as you can imagine, with doing that, he was probably warranting more tools because of the scarcity of dealers, or distributors rather, for people to get warranty. And I don't necessarily know back then if if their warranty process is in line with what it is right now. So like I said, you can imagine he had a lot of warranty parts in his shop, and it became to the point where he was doing more warranty claims than he was new sales of the SK tools. SK's warranty now is absolutely perfect. I mean, I've done a couple videos here this year, or last year rather, about the SK process. SK tools are, once again, they're great. If I could have an entire toolbox and service cart with SK tools, I would. Nothing against Snap-on, nothing against Mac. I have all of those. I just like SK. SK is what I consider local to me because they're located out of Illinois, Sycamore, Illinois, which is not too far. But I can simply take an SK tool such as this ratchet, or one of the sockets like the cracked socket here. I'll take that in, or I'll wrap this up, I'll put it in a package, and I will ship that out to SK and say, look, here's the crack. I'll take a photograph of the crack so that it'll help out the return process, and they will simply package a new tool, replacement tool up, and they will send that to me via mail. If you guys remember, Clay Coon Trucking also did that with I believe it was it might have been an extension or something that he had that also sustained a crack, and it was very old tool, and he sent it in, and within about 2 weeks, I believe it was, SK returned a new part to him at no cost. No cost for shipping, no cost for the new part. When you get the purchase order, it simply says your zip code and $0 owed, so you don't owe anything. So what I do with all my SK tools, I get them in, I clean them up with acid, muriatic acid and water, and I will remove all the rust. And at that time, I'll take a very close look at the tool. If I find cracks or other manufacturing type defects or blemishes, things that are attributed to manufacturing, not things that are attributed to someone, basically screwing the tool up, and I will send it all in. All claims that are sent in for replacement are reviewed by SK, and at that time, if they deem that claim valid, they will return you a new part. If they do not, then you're not going to get a new replacement component or tool. So, no one's taking advantage of the process. We're being very honest about what we find. I've got several SK parts or SK tools that have never gone in for warranty. Here's an SK box. I've got one in my truck that I bought just the box because I love their tools so much. and none of these have gone in for warranty. As you can see, they're all been cleaned out. There's a little bit of surface rust there, but nothing major. But these have not been replaced. They have not been warranted because when I cleaned them up with the muriatic acid and water, there were no major defects or cracks or things of that nature. So they work fine. They didn't go in for a warranty. Had there been a crack or some type of a failure, then yes, they would have gone in for a warranty. That's how the process works. So thank you, Mr. JYoung. This is my very first mail that I've ever received from any YouTuber or subscriber since I've had my channel up as of November 1st, 2017. So thank you, JYoung. I really appreciate it. I am honored. I know you said don't say that, but I am honored that you A, know who I am, and B, you're willing to give me some of your tools. Then I will put them in my box and put them to use. So once again, thank you so much. And if you guys are not subscribed to JYoung's channel, if you're not following him and watching his videos, I would ask that you please do so. Great content, down to earth guy, and willing to help out the smaller channels in our community. So once again, thank you, JYoung. Thank you, subscribers, and I will see you next time on my next video. All right, have a good night. Peace.